What if the biggest secrets are hiding in plain sight? What if everything we think we know is a lie, carefully constructed to keep us in the dark? Today we're diving deep into the unknown, exploring 3 shocking conspiracies that just might change how you see the world forever. Buckle up, guys, because things are about to get weird. Okay, let's talk about the moon landing. It's one of the most iconic moments in human history, a defining event that marked the pinnacle of human achievement. But, as with many monumental events, it has its fair share of skeptics and conspiracy theories. This one's been around forever, right? Ever since that fateful day, people have questioned the authenticity of the moon landing. Was it real, or was it an elaborate hoax? July 20th, 1969, the world watched as Neil Armstrong took one small step for man, a moment broadcasted live to millions of viewers around the globe. One giant leap for mankind. Iconic moment. It was a triumph not just for NASA, but for all of humanity, symbolizing our ability to reach beyond our earthly confines. But what if it was all a giant hoax, staged to win the space race against the Soviets? The Cold War was at its peak, and the United States was desperate to assert its dominance in space exploration. Think about it. The grainy footage, the weird shadows, that American flag waving around like it's got a mind of its own in space? These anomalies have fueled countless debates and discussions over the years. Skeptics point to these details as evidence that something's not quite right. They argue that the inconsistencies in the footage and photographs are too glaring to ignore. They say the technology just wasn't there yet, that NASA pulled off the ultimate magic trick, filming the whole thing on a soundstage somewhere. The idea of a staged moon landing has been perpetuated by various conspiracy theorists, each presenting their own version of the truth. And you know what? Some of the arguments are actually pretty convincing. They point to the lack of stars in the lunar sky, the absence of blast craters under the lunar module, and the peculiar behavior of the flag. Like, where are all the stars in the pictures? The moon's surface should be a perfect backdrop for a star-studded sky, yet the photos show nothing but a dark, empty void. Why are there no blast craters under the lunar module? When the module landed, it should have created a significant disturbance on the lunar surface, yet the ground appears undisturbed. But then again, NASA has explanations for all of this. They claim that the stars are washed out by the sunlight, that the lunar surface is different from Earth's, and that the flag was designed with a telescopic pole to make it look like it was waving in the wind. They say the stars are washed out by the sunlight, that the lunar surface is different from Earth's, that the flag was designed with a telescopic pole to make it look like it was waving in the wind. These explanations are backed by scientific reasoning and have been widely accepted by the scientific community. So who do you believe? The government agency with billions of dollars and a reputation to uphold? NASA has a lot at stake and their credibility is on the line. Or the conspiracy theorists who see through the lies? These individuals are often dismissed as fringe thinkers, but their persistence and dedication to uncovering the truth cannot be ignored. This is what gets me, you guys. We're talking about something that supposedly happened, something that changed history, and yet there's still so much debate, so much uncertainty. The moon landing is a pivotal moment in our collective memory, yet it remains shrouded in mystery and controversy. It makes you wonder, right? What really happened on that lunar surface? Did we truly achieve the impossible? Or is there more to the story than we've been told? Did we actually make it to the moon? Or is this the ultimate cover-up? A story so big, so audacious that it's almost impossible to believe. The truth may be out there, but for now, the moon landing remains one of the most intriguing and debated events in human history. All right, this next one is big, guys, like world-changing big. We're diving into a topic that has fascinated and terrified people for decades. We're talking about the New World Order, a conspiracy theory that claims a shadowy elite is pulling the strings behind the scenes, manipulating global events to consolidate power and establish a one-world government. Imagine a world where every major event, every significant decision, is orchestrated by a select few. These individuals, often referred to as the puppet masters, are believed to be working tirelessly to shape the future according to their own agenda. Sounds crazy, right? Like something out of a dystopian novel. But the more you look into it, the more you start to see the patterns, the connections, the weird coincidences that just can't be ignored. Some say that these patterns are too consistent to be mere chance. They point to historical events, political decisions, and even cultural shifts as evidence of a grand design. Think about it: wars, economic crises, pandemics. What if these aren't just random events? What if they're orchestrated by this powerful elite to sow chaos and fear, to make us more willing to give up our freedoms in exchange for security? Consider the possibility that every major conflict, every financial meltdown, every global health crisis is part of a larger plan. A plan designed to keep us in a perpetual state of anxiety and dependence. In times of crisis, people are more likely to accept drastic measures, to trade their liberties for the promise of safety. This is where the theory gains traction, suggesting that the elite use these moments to tighten their grip on power. They say these people, these puppet masters, are everywhere. They're in governments, in corporations, in the media. They control the banks, the food supply, the information we consume. Imagine the influence they wield, from the politicians who make our laws, to the CEOs who run our largest companies, to the media moguls who shape our perceptions. Their reach is vast, and their power immense. They control the banks, the food supply, the information we consume. Every aspect of our lives, from the food we eat to the news we watch, is under their influence. They're playing a long game, a game of chess on a global scale, and we're just pawns in their game. Each move they make is calculated, each decision deliberate. And the symbols, guys, don't even get me started on the symbols. The all-seeing eye on the dollar bill, the pyramids, the occult imagery, it's everywhere, hidden in plain sight. These symbols are believed to be markers, signs left by the elite to signal their presence and their control. The all-seeing eye, the pyramids, the occult imagery, it's everywhere, hidden in plain sight. Is it just a coincidence? A bunch of random symbols with no real meaning? Or is it something more, a message from the elite, a way of flaunting their power, of letting us know who's really in control? These symbols are often dismissed as mere coincidences, but for those who believe in the New World Order, they are clear indicators of a hidden agenda. Or is it something more? A message from the elite, a way of flaunting their power, of letting us know who's really in control? This theory is deep, guys, like rabbit hole deep. This theory is deep, guys, like rabbit hole deep. Once you start looking, it's hard to stop. The connections, the symbols, the patterns, they all lead you further down the rabbit hole. And the scariest part is, it's not just about some crazy conspiracy. It's about power, about control, about the very fabric of our society. It's about questioning the reality we live in and the forces that shape it. It's about power, about control, about the very fabric of our society. Are we really free, or are we just living in an illusion, a carefully constructed reality designed to keep us in line? Are we really free, or are we just living in an illusion, a carefully constructed reality designed to keep us in line? The New World Order theory challenges us to look beyond the surface, to question everything we know, and to seek the truth, no matter how unsettling it may be. Chapter 3. Okay, so we've all heard of 5G, right? It's the buzzword of the decade, the next big leap in wireless technology. The next generation of wireless technology promising faster speeds, better connectivity, a world of possibilities at our fingertips. Imagine downloading a full-length movie in seconds, or having seamless video calls with no lag. But what if it's something more sinister? What if behind the promise of ultra-fast internet lies a darker agenda? What if those 5G towers popping up everywhere aren't just about giving us faster internet, but about something far more nefarious? Could there be an ulterior motive that we're not seeing? I'm talking about mind control, guys. Yes, it sounds like a plot straight out of a dystopian novel, but bear with me. The theory goes that 5G frequencies are not only harmful to our health, but that they can also be used to manipulate our thoughts, our emotions, even our behavior. Think about it. We're living in an age where data is the new gold, and controlling data means controlling people. We're constantly bombarded with information, with signals, with waves of energy. Every second, our brains are processing an overwhelming amount of data. Our phones, our computers, our Wi-Fi routers. They're all emitting electromagnetic radiation. And now with 5G, those waves are going to be even stronger, even more pervasive. These waves will be able to penetrate walls, our bodies, even our skulls. The sheer power and reach of 5G technology is unprecedented. They'll be able to penetrate walls, our bodies, even our skulls. Is it so crazy to think that someone, somewhere, might be trying to use this technology for their own gain? Could there be a hidden agenda behind the rapid rollout of 5G? To control the masses, to suppress dissent, to create a society of obedient drones? Imagine a world where every thought, every action is monitored and controlled. To create a society of obedient drones? A world where free will is an illusion, and our minds are no longer our own. I know, it sounds like something out of a science fiction movie. But sometimes, reality can be stranger than fiction. But the thing is, technology has advanced so rapidly in recent years, it's hard to keep up. What was once considered impossible is now a reality. It's hard to know what's real and what's not. The lines between reality and digital are becoming increasingly blurred. And the more I read about 5G, The more I talk to people who are concerned about its potential effects, the more I can't shake this feeling that something's not quite right. There are too many unanswered questions, too many coincidences. The more I can't shake this feeling that something's not quite right. Is it all just a harmless conspiracy theory? Or is there a kernel of truth hidden beneath the layers of speculation? Is it all just a harmless conspiracy theory? Or is there something more to it, something we should all be worried about? As we stand on the brink of this new technological era, it's crucial to ask these questions, to remain vigilant, and to seek the truth. Because in the end, the power of technology should serve us, not control us, and it's up to us to ensure that it does. So there you have it, guys. 3 conspiracies, 3 glimpses into the dark underbelly of our world. Are they true? Are they just the ramblings of paranoid minds? Honestly, I don't know, but I think that's the point, isn't it? We live in a world where information is power, where the lines between fact and fiction are constantly blurred. It's up to us to question everything, to do our own research, to come to our own conclusions. In a world full of secrets, it's up to us to decide what to believe. Stay curious, stay questioning, stay